Good morning. It's Saturday here in Cypress, Texas. So I went through chapters 3 and 4 of Luke. And chapter 3, the majority of it is going through the lineage of Christ. All the way back to Adam and God. And but then he he's born, he goes into the synagogue, and his parents realize he's not with them. When they leave, they go back, and he's like, why are you worried? I'm in my Father's house, right? And then as a young adult, he goes in and he reads in the synagogue, and then he, in his reading says this is I'm prophesied. I'm the one. I'm the Christ. And I'm like, why? Now, and understanding that Luke was a companion of Paul. Okay, so Paul wasn't there when Christ walked the earth, right? A lot of symbolism in here, well, especially when it comes to bread and fire. And it's like, all right, different levels of teaching and the different levels of the Holy Spirit are there's water, okay, and that's basically repenting, okay, and acknowledging that there is a God, right? That's the basic part of it, okay. Reading the Word, reading the letter of the Word, you're being washed, okay. That's until you get the symbolism and the Paleo-Hebrew translation of what you're reading. All right, it's moral teaching, okay, which is good, right? Then there's wine. All right, that's when you come to start understanding the deeper meaning. You're like, oh wow, and and then there's blood, right? And that's a deeper level. And then there's fire, okay, and that's the peak, right? That's when you're blasting out revelation, right? But you got to have the understanding on top of that, okay? The right, and when you're around more people, so this is where that whole heart energy comes in, right? The thoughts in your mind only resonate like 1 millimeter off your scalp. Can only be physically measured, scientifically measured, 1 millimeter off your scalp. Okay, but the energy from your heart, the neurosystem in your heart that regulates emotion. There's certain emotions that can be measured up to 90 feet away, and those are the strongest ones are love, joy, and gratitude. Enthusiasm, right? And then when you're around other people, that their heart energy gets stimulated. Okay, they combined, they compound, right? So they reach even further. That's when you're making a fire, right? And that's powerful. All right. Hope that congeals in your mind. All right.